Now that we know that stabilization is always our first action, let me tell you some more about it. Stabilization is being done to prevent any unwanted, uncontrolled movement. Because any movement of the vehicle can be of huge consequences. Crewing can be done in many ways. And with just a few type of blocks, you can stabilize nearly anything. Now let me show you. In this case, we need to stabilize over a bigger height. In the past, rescuers often used wooden timber to shore this. Nowadays, Provix Max is the most suitable equipment. Provix Max is an amazing 14-ton shoring device, which locks anywhere at its stroke. To let it down, simply press the green button. Now if there's a load on the strut, it's impossible to deblock. It's for your own safety. Now you can use all kind of head attachments. Provix Max is an amazing 14-ton shoring device. You can also use the swivel in the bottom. And you can combine the swivel with this power plate. And this power plate gives you all kind of opportunities to mount it to the ground. So maybe you want to set it against the wall. You can put earth nails in these pockets. And you can even attach a ratchet through the ears of this power plate. With this connector, you can even combine a Provix Max with the hydraulic ram. Total integration. Octopus. Now that this vehicle is completely stabilized, we assume no unexpected movement anymore. Preparation for extrication can be done. This includes glass management and securing the victim if possible. Before we remove the door, the windows need to be taken out. And we carefully select which windows to be punched. In the colder climates, we keep the windows intact as long as possible to prevent the victim from getting cold. Glass. Glass. Now before we start removing the doors, let's take a look at the available tools. All tools have been produced and tested according to the highest standards. The RESQTEC has several concepts, which are always applied in the design of the tools. These tools operate at 350 bars, according to the ultimate pressure principles. And this provides the hydraulic pressure to the dedicated power of the tool, but still on a low hydraulic energy level. And this results in a controlled cut with a minimum of reaction forces. I'll show you later. The tools have a 360 degrees carrying handle, which gives you all freedom to move it in any direction. And it also has a very ergonomic control handle, which fits the hands like a glove. These are the silent power units. They have a 3-stage pump according to ultimate pressure. This gives you optimal pressure and flow for the performance of the tool. Now this hose has a 5-to-1 safety factor and is supplied with a Connex coupler. Connex is a single coupler which enables you to connect and disconnect under pressure. Mostly the driver's door is prior 1. And in most cases the spreader is the first tool to be used. Now the spreader is a very powerful tool, which as well spreads and squeezes. At the end of the spreader arms you have the cast steel jaws mounted. These jaws are the contact points with the structure, and they have huge grip. If there's already a gap to put your jaws in, you do that. But in this case there's none. So by crushing the structure somewhere else, you can create a gap. So let's crush the front fender. Now we have a nice gap to put the spreader in. Let's take out the front door. I'm gonna put my spreader as close to the hinges as possible. Door coming. In other situations, a cutter might be more effective. Now I've shown you how a spreader and a cutter can be used. The RESQTEC has another fantastic tool, which combines the best of both worlds. A combi tool. This combi tool is a cutter and a spreader in one. It has the same cutting capacity as a regular cutter. It has detachable jaws, so it can cut all the way through, unlike other combi tools. And largely because of ultimate pressure, this tool makes no compromises on cutting or spreading whatsoever. In this video we'll stick to basic extrication. More advanced techniques like B-post rip-off, and the oyster method will be dealt with in other movies. Sometimes it's absolutely necessary, but in many cases when time permits, it's a big advantage to remove the roof. We will flip the roof over to the front, so we don't have to cut the front shield. The victim might have got trapped between the dashboard and his own chair, and especially in head-on collisions this happens a lot. We're gonna have to create more space by making a dash roll. This dash roll starts with a relief cut, and I'm gonna use my combi tool to do that. So I'm gonna remove my detachable jaws, and that gives me the enormous benefit that the blades close totally. So this ensures me to have a full cut, unlike other combi tools. These are the hydraulic rams and telerams. Rams and telerams are extremely suitable for making a dashboard roll. But nowadays they also fit in the octopus system. This gives us a world of new applications. For instance, this front jaw can be removed. And in combination with this ram adapter, that enables us to use all the octopus head attachments again. This rear jaw can also be removed. And that enables us to use all the head attachments, extensions, and even the power plate and the swivel again. And if that wasn't enough, I can also use this multi-tool connector, which enables me to connect two rams to each other, or even better, a Provix Max, an extremely extendable ram. Rescue is never the same. We're always asked for some creativity of the rescuer. Now use this video as a guide and practice as much as possible. Now that I've shown you the basics of technical rescue, I hope you realize it's all about control. Knowing what to do, what equipment to use, knowing what's going to happen, what might happen. And practice as much as possible with your team members and become an oiled machine, capable and reliable. I'm confident that the RESQTEC equipment will give you the exact support you need in the fight to save a person's life. This is Peter for RESQTEC. Keep on rescuing people.